Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching I Allegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because they're talking about something very scary in the banking. And your retirement, your checking account, everything could be at risk right now. So let's get right into it. Like, subscribe. Today we have a sponsor, Delete Me. And it's raining. So we're going to make this a quick one. First things first, guys. You know, we've talked about bank bail-ins and things like that in the past, but why is Fox News bringing this up again? Why are they talking about this again? Why are they talking about protecting your savings account, your brokerage accounts, and that anything could happen to any of us at any time? And if a bank fails, it could be taken. Now, I have people that have sent me so many articles about this lately, and I want to cover it extensively. In the 1970s, when I was a very young boy, they did an Article 8 to the Uniform Commercial Code, made it so that if a financial institution goes out of business, it's going to be much easier for a financial institution to seize our assets, our checking accounts, our stocks, our bonds, the contents in our safety deposit boxes, things like that. Well, flash forward to the economic collapse of 2008, 9, and 10. And what they did was they did the Dodd-Frank bill. And what they did was set it up so that if your financial institution goes out of business, you can be given, for your money, you can be given stock and shares into the bank in exchange for your deposits. Now, people are going to sit there and go, well, wait a second, Dana, I've got $14,000 and my bank account is insured to $250,000. Right. Okay. The problem with this is that in extreme situations, they can pierce that. They can go beyond the $250,000 and come after you. Read the articles below. But here's the question I have. Why is this being brought up now? Spoke to a financier friend of mine. He's like, was that an old article, Dan? Is it from like 5 years ago? No, it's brand new. It was yesterday. So I want you to think about this. You save your money your entire life, and then the bank closes. So what do? They say, listen, your $14,000, we're going to convert it into shares in the bank. Now, stock shares can go up, they can go down in value. We all know that. We've all seen that. We've all had a hot tip from a friend, and all of a sudden it goes south. It happens. Now, the point is that imagine waiting for these imbeciles who've done nothing but steal your money, be in charge of it now. So you don't have, money, you've got shares of stock right now. And this could happen. So what do? You diversify. You have multiple accounts set up. You go to different banks that are not linked together. I get a kick out of people that have written me because Fifth Third Bank is going to merge with this bank and M&T Bank's going to merge. And I have an account at both of those places. Think, great, yeah, get another one too. Get another one. Get another one. Make sure you're protected and safe during this time. Dodd-Frank bill was signed in July of 2010. And I get a kick out of this because it's not, they're doing this right in front of us. This is what gets me worried. Why are they talking about this now? What's bringing this up? Are there going to be mass amounts of banks that are going to go out of business? Who knows? Beyond securities laws, there's a controversial concept called the bail-in. And the bail-in is just what I explained to you. This is something that none of us want to experience. You don't want your bank to come in and be seized and take your money because you've worked hard for it. This is why you have gold and silver, guys. It really is. It's why, contact Noble Gold. I'll have their link below again. What does it mean for most people? Now, the argument is that, hey, listen, I'm insured up to $250,000. There's a lot of people in this audience right now that have a lot more money than 250 grand. You need to sit down with your bank and have them explain to you in great detail what happens if this place goes south. Have them explain it to you. How can I protect my wife and I if I have multiple bank accounts here, if I move to a different branch, etc.? Let me know. What if we had an account at 5 different branches and had 250 grand in each account? You can laugh. There's people out here that have millions. I had some clown, I was going to call him a name right there, would send me pictures of his bank statements and scratch out everything but his last name. Look what I have. And I still don't understand why a guy would do that, but he did it. And yes, he made a lot of money. Okay? So most people are going to be protected, but your IRA or 401k, where's that stuff at right now? Seriously. Seriously. I have a friend of mine who is, I'm going to have lunch with him today, who is my age, and he's looking for his forever job. And he's, gosh, if I could ever work at X, Y, and Z, and Y has a position. He goes, you don't understand. Nobody ever leaves this company. Well, what's the deal with it? Guy is retiring, and I met him once. So my buddy's going in there. He's had 4 interviews. Think about this. They anticipate it'll be 6 interviews to get the job. 6. God, remember the days of filling out an application and, oh, wow, do you do drugs? Can you pass the drugs? Yes, I still can. Anyways, the point is that it's a lot more expensive now to get yourself into a job. You know, again, your 401k, is it protected with the stock? Is the company doing well? You know the inner workings of this place. My favorite thing is I hate everybody that works there. That doesn't matter. Do they make money? Are they secure? Is there some nerd running the investments for the company that's going to protect everybody? That's what you care about. That's what you care about. There's more to cover on this. Let's talk about our sponsor, Delete Me. Delete Me is a great company. What they do is they help you with something called data brokers. Data brokers are companies that put together all of our personal information, our name, our address, our emails, our phone number, pictures of us, your home's value, your job, everything, and disseminates it on the internet and sells it to other people. What Delete Me does is it eliminates that. Use the discount code IAllegedly and save 20%. It's already inexpensive, but you can save 20% more. Use the link below. Think about this. In the last week, got any spam phone calls? Yes. Have you got any spam emails? Yes. Deal with a company that I've dealt with for almost 1.5 years now. They are amazing. Delete Me. Check it out today. Get rid of this stuff. It's incredibly inexpensive. So many of you have signed up for it and gotten your personal information protected and taken off the net. I had an attorney just reach out to me and ask me about this, and I explained it to her and showed her what it did for me. I even sent her my report. So they send you a monthly report. It's very cool. Check out Delete Me today. Use the link below and save 20%. Now let's get back into this thing. You don't want to bury your money in the sand on the beach. You just don't want to do that. You have to have financial institutions. You have to have a way to pay your bills. You need to get your money out, and you need to make sure you're protected. You need to have a plan. If it's just you live by yourself, have a plan. If you're on a fixed income, you need to have cash in your house, hidden in your house, and you need to know where that's at and hide it, and don't tell anybody. Nobody should know about that. Stack in private. The advantage to that is if something happens, you're going to be able to pay something until you get this straightened out. The other thing is, here's something that I've had people that have thanked me for since the first of the year. And that is, if you have a problem with your bank account and you need to change your Social Security, you need to change your pension, you need to change a way that you get paid. Do you know how to do that? Do you know who to contact to do that? Oh, well, isn't it online, Dan? Can I look it up? No, it's not. Know how to do that. Know how to change it. Know how to change a bank account. Don't do it unless you're ready to do that, but go search for that. How do I change where my Social Security is deposited? Know how that's done, guys. Know how your pension's done. I've had a lot of people that, don't realize that. I've had people where the HR people were fired. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be interesting to see when payday, how that's going to work. These banks and financial institutions are in a precarious spot right now. Your money is not your money. You're basically given an IOU from these financial institutions right now. And whether you get it or not, that's what's happening to you. Protect yourself. Make sure that you're doing the right thing. Make sure you have multiple places to hide your money. Again, gold and silver, the real money, that's what you need to have also. But look at this. Why are they talking about this now? They don't warn us for things. They do things in our face, show it to us, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. You don't want to be caught holding the bag. I've told people to change their beneficiaries on their bank accounts. You know, have a sit down. If you know you're at the sunny state of your life, you know, I have people that I work with in my life that know certain things about me and where to find certain things if something should happen to Danny on the way home from filming this video. You have to do that. Now, if you don't have anybody, I understand, and you've got to protect yourself. You've got to be aware of what's happening. But these banks warning you that they could take things over, this is scary. Read these articles below. Why is the Bank of Hawaii talking about this all of a sudden? Hey, listen, you should be protected. You should be okay. I'm like, the Bank of Hawaii is bringing this up. This was yesterday they brought this up. Well, generally, you're going to be protected. Well, why is this conversation happening right now? Why? Tell me. Because I need to know. We all need to protect ourselves. It's happening more and more right now. And it is pouring rain on me right now as we have this conversation. So, you feel secure with your bank? Make sure you know what's going on with them. Ask questions. Read those articles, because that should freak you out. Oh, Dan, this is just an opinion of what could happen. Why? Why is this on MSM, mainstream media? Why is that right now? I think that there's something going on with these banks. The silver shenanigans that we saw over the course of the last 4 weeks is nuts right now. And the banks, let's walk up on the public dock as I get rained on. Nice to come out here in the rain. There's nobody here. A little bit more to cover on this. Audio. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. And as I was filming this, I thought I'd check the email, and Ray wrote me and said, Dan, I want to thank you for something, because I went into my bank and saw your video about beneficiaries to my account and said, who's the beneficiary on my account? And he didn't have any. So Ray thanked me for that, but go in there, put that on. You know, when people pass, you don't plan, hey, Marge is going to die on Thursday. You don't plan on that. You don't plan on Ray going, but Ray just took care of himself and has peace of mind. And you know what it cost him? Nothing. It cost him nothing. Laura sent me a great story about people that are taking their dogs to Zumba classes. Connecticut. Only in Connecticut. Laura will write me about that. But again, what we spend our money on, pet parents spend a ton of money on their stuff. You know what's funny is I went to the doggy store to get Rosie her dog food that she does really well with. And the doggy beef jerky that I get, the treats, was $28. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. And I made her beef jerky, dehydrated it myself, and she's got a stack, and it saved me a mountain of money. And I'm so happy, and Rosie's good. But again, the money we spend on our, pets as pet parents. And then the final story that Dr. Marvin sent me was there was a huge beef recall, 23,000 pounds of beef, and it was from Idaho-based CS beef packers producing the affected products. And it was in January, but it was shipped out. And again, make sure you're not eating this stuff. And it was 23,000 pounds shipped in several states in the country. So if you hear about that, take it back to your local market and they will give you a refund. Don't forget that we have the private channel, I Allegedly Live, which everything's uncensored. And I get to speak freely and use bad words every now and then. It's nice. I enjoy it very much. You want to get a hold of me? It's hello@iallegedly.com. It is now pouring rain right now. You know where my umbrella's at? In the car right now. It's beautiful. So, onward and upward, guys. I appreciate stories like this, but this is crazy. Protect yourself. Are banks about to go down for the count? Are we about to see something chaotic and crazy? Protect yourself. Do what Ray did too. Make sure that your beneficiaries are named on your checking account and everything. That's just going to make life so much easier. I'll see you very soon.